welcome back to another episode of the RPMbassy. So this week, I was going to do this last week, but I had too many things to do. And I was super excited when I heard about this one. The scarf in the background is a bit of a giveaway, but I'll explain why and why that is there in a second. But the album I'm talking about is the Thompson Twins' Into the Gap, the 40th anniversary of this incredible record. And I was a massive Thompson Twins fan. I was even part of the fan club, and just to prove it, I found my scarf. There's loads of badges on that scarf that I got from the fan club. This would really be about 1983-84. So I was in the fan club, and there's my fan club badge, if you can see that, T-Fax. So I was a member of the Thompson Twins fan club, and I was obsessed with this band. I thought they were brilliant. I loved the way they dressed. I loved their music. I loved Into the Gap. I kind of got into them via the Quick Step and Sidekick album, which we will be doing a version of that at some point. I'm quite surprised they didn't do an anniversary edition of this. But now we're talking about Into the Gap, the top album by the great band, the Thompson Twins. So Into the Gap is the fourth studio album from the Thompson Twins, released on 17th February 1984 on Arista Recordings. The album was recorded during 1983 at Compass Point Studios. Compass Point Studios are responsible for some of the biggest records of the 80s, and this being one of them. Despite a mixed response from critics, Into the Gap became the band's most commercially successful studio album, peaking at number 1 in the UK album charts for 3 weeks, which was like, considering back then the amount of records that was sold. We didn't have digital, we didn't have CDs. I didn't buy any CDs back then. So it was all literally vinyl. So 3 weeks at number 1, you sold a lot of records. At number 10 of the US Billboard 2000. So Hold Me Now, Doctor Doctor, You Take Me Up, and Sister of Mercy were all released as singles in the UK, and were all big singles. And the music videos. To be quite honest, I don't remember much of the music videos because I was living abroad and I came across in 1984, and it was the first time I seen the videos because we didn't have things like Top of the Pops where we were living at the time. But I was still a massive fan. We knew all about the Thompson Twins. And I still bought their records. We still buy records wherever we were. 3 of the 4 singles that were released in the UK made the top 5, and the 4th just missed the top 10. They also released The Gap, which is from this album as well. It was also released as a single in some countries, but no video was made for it. That I didn't know until I was researching this. So now I'm trying to find that record somewhere, because I do have a lot of Thompson Twins records. The record has sold over 1 million copies in the US. In the UK, the album sold over 600,000 copies and was certified double platinum. It became one of the year's biggest sellers with 5 million copies sold worldwide. The band embarked on a world tour in support of the album. And it's one of the gigs that I'm really sorry I missed, because I've never ever seen the Thompson Twins live, and I'd love to. At the time, they comprised of 3 members, because before the albums before, they were like huge. I think it was like 7 in the band at some point until Quick Step and Sidekick. But you had Tom Bailey on vocals, synthesizers, pianos, guitars, bass guitar, double bass, multi-instrumentals. Joe Leeway synthesizers, congos, backing vocals. He was also responsible for their look, and their look at the Into the Gap time was incredible. Tom Bailey with his hair and the long rat's tail. We used to call it rat's tail back then. And we all had them as well. We grew them because of the Thompson Twins. But their clothes were very kind of 80s, with their hats and loads of like scarves hanging off, and the cross buttons on the top, baggy. It's brilliant, amazing. And then you had Alana Curry, who was acoustic drums, percussion, marimba, xylophone, and backing vocals. And she looked incredible. I mean, I think the first time she had the sides of her head shaved off with the tattoo. I can't remember what the tattoo was at the side of her head as well. But as I said, there were 6 singles actually released from this album. In the UK, you had Hold Me Now, released in November 1983. You had Doctor Doctor, January 1984. You Take Me Up, 23rd of March in 1984. And then Sisters of Mercy 1984. So they released quite a lot of stuff in as I said, 84 was their year, without a doubt. But they also released The Gap, November 1984. And I don't remember that single at all, so I'm going to have to hunt that one down. But they also released Day After Day from this album, but in Barbados only. And again, I'm going to have to hunt that down. I didn't know that until I researched this album. So this 40th anniversary reissue is the most comprehensive reissue of this album ever, remastered at Abbey Road Studios and compiled with the full blessing of all 3 band members from the classic lineup. I'm going to show you that in a minute as well. Both physical formats feature digitally restored artwork and new linear notes written by John Earls and features contributions from all 3 band members. The LP format on desirable red vinyl lovingly recreates the original release, complete with fold-out insert. The triple CD format includes 30 bonus tracks. 30 bonus tracks. I've had to listen to it, and there's a lot of fodder on there. But this album, the vinyl, get the vinyl bit. Obviously, there's a vinyl channel. Buy the vinyl. And there's some previously unreleased a 24-page booklet as well. It's worth buying the CD for that, which I have bought. I'm not going to show you on here because I just want everything to do with this album. So my original album, this is it here. I did play it to death, but the actual sleeve is in good condition. Inside, I'm sure there was an insert with this as well. I've only got the vinyl in there at the moment, but I'm sure there was an insert. I think at some point I might have stuck it on my wall because I had Thompson twins everywhere. As I said, I was in the fan club, so I used to have posters and T-shirts, and I tried to find one of my old T-shirts. It would never fit, but I thought it'd be quite nice hanging there. But this is the only thing I could find. This scarf with all my fan club badges and the badge here. If there are any other Thompson twins fans out there who were part of the fan club, post some pictures of your memorabilia. Post me your badge just to prove you were part of the fan club of Thompson twins. So back to the 40th anniversary. So it looks great. Actually, where they've remastered the cover, it actually does look better. This is the new one. That's the older one. It does look better on the new one. I know you can't really see it there. The original one is a lot darker, but it's a lot lighter. They've actually done a good job on that. The back is exactly the same. You've also got a little hype sticker. You know me and my hype stickers. I love my hype stickers. Great logo, and it says Thompson Twins 40th Anniversary Edition, the double platinum album remastered Abbey Road Studios 140 gram opaque red vinyl. So I'll look in a second. Includes hit singles Hold Me Now, Doctor Doctor, and You Take Me Up. On the inside, I'm sure this was not on the original one, but you've got this on one side, which is their classic logo. I mean, I've got picture discs and everything. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a video soon of some of the Thompson Twins releases, especially their pictures, because they did great picture discs. So there will be more Thompson Twins coming. I don't know why I haven't done anything up to now. Also, there's a video game. Did you know that? The other side, you've got the colours of the band, but there's an extra colour, which is this one, a light blue. So I don't know who that's representing. That's supposed to be Tom, Joe, and Alana. So I don't know who the blue one is. You also get. This is what they were talking about. This was. I'm sure this has been on my wall. I put this on my wall. So one side, two side, and it opens up. And that was definitely on my wall. And then you've got on the inside, you know, some of the stuff you used to get from. And I think this is how I joined the actual fan club, was through this, the original insert that came with the album. But it's got all of that in there. You know, Thompson Twins fan club. I was there. And I had some of these T-shirts and badges and my pocket money. I used to save up and buy this stuff. I thought it was super cool. But the vinyl is quite nice. Opaque red, it says. Let's get it out of the sleeve. Oh my God, it's really hard to get out. That is a really nice red vinyl. And obviously the classic Thompson Twins logo on there. And on the back, Thompson Twins logo, Into the Gap. No song titles, which is great. Just leaving the artwork do the talking. But I really like this. I said I'm a massive fan, and I'm so glad they've done a 40th anniversary of this. There's some great tracks. I'm definitely going to be doing some more videos on their album, especially the Quick Step and Sidekick, and some of their kind of picture discs and some of the 12 inches, because they always released kind of US remixed 12 inches, and you know, some really bizarre kind of records. But the memorabilia was great. I had loads of it. I had boxes of badges and I had T-shirts, but unfortunately over the years they've gone, and the only thing I've got is that scarf behind me. Loads of their fan club newsletters and signed Christmas cards and all of that. It's got a box of that and my original T-Fax, which meant a lot to me at the time. But yes, if you don't know it, if you don't know the band, check them out. Especially check out this album. It's one of these albums and tracks that you don't know what it is. If you've never heard of the Thompson Twins, but you'll know these tracks. You know, when you listen to a track, think, oh yeah, I know this track. You just never knew what it was called. This is one of them. So if you don't know it, just check it out. If you've got any kind of streaming site, stream it. If you can find it on vinyl, find it on vinyl. I have seen it in quite a lot of record shops. Yeah, Thompson Twins, Into the Gap, the 40th anniversary. What a great sleep.